Dooby dooby doo. Hey, there's me. Look out. Look out. Welcome back. I've done a little bit, moved it along, ate some dinner. You know, I didn't want to be in the middle of all that kind of thing. Getting all that done, get my stuff situated. But you will see how far along I've come. Close that door just a little bit. So, I've got everything in. Everything except for the GPU, which we're about to put in now. Show the old classic 2070. And we'll both go in the box. Where is she gonna line up? Slot 2. Alright. GPU. See if we can reposition here. Just a little bit. So we can kind of watch. Is the issue. Is are we in? I don't feel like we're in. Not at all. Looks like we're gonna be refreshing 2 times. The 2 times. I should do that too loud. People can't sleep. Come the 2 times. 2 times, 1994, 95. I mean, come on now. Who cares about a championship? We won decades ago. No one cares about the endless that I won. Trophies and land parties and nobody gives a shit. It never meant anything to anyone. Only to me. Only to me, my man. Only to me. Which is cool and all. I don't really mind. Everything that I did. Things I enjoyed. Alright. So now we're still preparing those finishing touches. See, if that's it right there. She's powered. We're ready to boot. Except for, you know, straightening up the little situations back here, which I don't think there are any. Cable management is pretty high, but about as top dollars we can get. To be honest. Tuck those up in the top there so they can't be seen. Cause I'm losing my mind. Yeah. Alright. Line up the goggles. screws. This is going to fall off. It'll sit in there. I don't like it that. It does clip in the front piece, right? However, it's I just took them off there. What did I do with them? Story of my life. Name of my game. Bourgeois of the bourgeois. Those are some tight tool center screws right here. Here they are. We got these little screws on the other side. Okay. Alright. Now we got a killer car. That was their first iteration of their card. Now let me find it at home. Now I gotta watch because I don't want to scuff. We'll block a little bit. Yes, this is going to block just a little bit. We're right above the power supply. Maybe I'll buy a Wi-Fi adapter later on. There's not going to be any monster hardcore. I mean, there actually might be. Gaming, you know what I mean? There might be. Oh no. Well, sad that I don't have another. I have one. I have one more available. Let's see if I can get it in there on my own. I had to enlist the tiny raccoon fingers. She's amazing. This is the one that are. Put my other USB in here. I'm not sure I can do this across the fans. Let's see. Let's see Bob Robinson. Huh. I wish I could. I need it like right there. See if Jordan Peterson can get me on another jam. Look at that. I'm telling you. It is the gifts that keep on giving. My man. Hmm. Never can pull that off. Did it good? Some bitch, I got it. Huh. I'm impressed with myself. That was all that was gonna happen. And then bang, crash, and boom. Okay. We're on the last leg, ladies and gentlemen. You can't really see a whole lot here. Oh no. It's a single slot card. It's going in. And then we'll be done. Actually. Not the right one. Nope. Yes, it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the home stretch. And like I said, you know, if you would rather spend a little extra money, if you want to freaking give it the 3060 if you want, I don't see the problem. Okay, let me explain this to you. I do not see, if you don't have either one, if you don't have a 2060 or 2070 Ti, or a 3060, I'm going to tell you something right now. I would either pick up the 2070 Ti, if you had the extra money to spend, used, or I'd go for the 3060 brand new out of the box. And granted, that's $300. It's almost $300, but it gives you a warranty. It gives you a brand new equipment. You know what I mean? It was all pressed in the last X amount of months. I think 6 months before it hit the shelf. So I mean, if you want to go to 3070 or something like that, now you're getting out of the range of what we were dealing with. What we were dealing with was we were trying to target a PS5 Pro price tag. And we easily did that. Okay? Easily did that. Let me show you the greatest thing ever invented was this bear claw. And also, we're pointing. So, you went on sale. You can get these for about $60. This is a Game Diaz 240 AIO. Okay, and it's patented because the pump. Some of them used to be up here. Like if you look at the other ones, they had a pump right here, and you saw a block here that came out with this was up here. Okay, they did away with that, and now you can see that right here. You can see this is a fill spout. Now, most AIOs will not. They're a closed system. And when they get leakage and they're bubbling, or leakage as far as vapor, okay, you will get vapor seepage from your liquid cooler, okay, and eventually you'll start to hear gurgling and bubbling, which is the reason why I have the rad here, okay, so the air pocket will commence to create at the very top of the rad and expand itself over the entirety of the rad. So they have the whole rest of the radiator, okay, to circulate water. All right, now I did have to assemble this myself. When it came in, it's really, really easy. You can see your fans are in. Okay, like here, we're gonna, I don't know, we might boot it up, plug it up here and boot it up. All right, but this is what she looks like. You know what I mean? If you want a little peek, we'll give you a little on the inside of it there. And my lighting sucks. My lighting really, really sucks. But this is your finished product. Now let's go over it. $95 for the case. $60 for the AIO. $70 for the 5600X processor used on eBay. $82 as I went and looked for 64 gigs of Vengeance 3600 teraflops or megaflops or mega transfers, and 16 CL or CAS latency. It's an amazing set of RAM, got it for an amazing price. The TUF Gaming 650 power supply was used and reclaimed from an old unit. Okay, it's going to work perfectly. And I can tell you right now, if you so chose, if you wanted to, you could pull this 2070, okay, and go as high with the setup this here without changing the power, without changing anything. With changing nothing. You can put a 16 gigabyte 7600 XT graphics card right in there and run it off the power supply that's in there. You can possibly, they claim that you can run a 4070. That's on you. So if you want to build now and get your foot in the door, you know what I mean, and make your way up to where you want to be as far as actual power or your graphics card, that is what I suggest that people do. You know, we gotta watch that. It's kind of old, temperamental. It's not. I might need to pull it down through the bottom and zip tie it to something so that it will stay. Like I said, all the fans came. The RGB controller came. Everything was pre-installed, so it was a pretty quick build. All you need to do is allocate all your stuff. Worry about your cable management in the rear, and you know what I mean. It is a little tighter than I thought it was going to be, but everything seemed to shape up pretty darn snappy. And the only thing left we're going to do is to boot it up. Really, we're going to finish the assembly. Okay, it comes with this on the top. Lots of computers come with this on top. See that? Now let me ask you, case manufacturers, why? Are people really making this an intake? I mean, is this really where people are drawing air into the unit? Okay, to keep it cool? Especially since you have 3 reverse fans in the bottom, and 2 reverse fans on the side, and your exhaust fan here. Let me tell you what, this is pointless. Somebody may like to look at it, but this is pointless. This is this is designed for top AIO exhaust. So if it's exhaust, what do I need a filter for? I mean, let's talk reality. Okay, if you want to save money, I assure you that this metal screen and these magnets I mean, come on. That wasn't enough to get me some rubber grommets? You don't intend for me to use this in the first place. Okay? You're only putting this on there because people who don't know what they're doing expect it to be there. Filters are for intake. Dust is conductive. You want the least amount of dust and particulate matter to flow into the computer. So you want a particulate stopping device that we call filters. But it's an exhaust. It serves no point. Okay? There's not one on the back of the computer, which is your designed intake. Okay? Now I got this and I watched some of the reviews and there were a couple things that I had questions about, and this is the major one. Okay? This is an air cooled. This is designed for either an air cooled or a top mounted radiator. I don't see any other design. I agree with Jay's 2 cents. No, it wasn't Jay's 2 cents. It was someone else. That's exactly what this is. That is all this is. And it's all it's ever going to be. Alright? I didn't really see anything other way around it. I did really like the offsets. Okay, I can see here in the top. You know, if you're just looking, and this is the Okeanos Aqua 7. If you look right here at the top, see if I can shed some light on it for you. Okay, so you can put the larger AIOs in here up to a 360 millimeter all the way out to the edge there. And you have the excess spaces, even if you're using both bunker holes. I call them bunker holes. I don't know what they're really called. But if you're using both bunker holes, she would be shipshape in no time at all. However, we've got a little finish up to do. As soon as I find the other screws, and we'll finish up locking down the AIO, and she'll be done. Put on our other carriage here. I don't really like these. Lots of people don't like these, but I understand what it's for. So if you're looking at the side of your computer, right, it's face forward to you. Your buttons are here. You can see the silver, right? So it breaks off your color coordination. So I can understand why that piece is kind of on there. However, it doesn't truly serve a purpose. I think it's actually the video card. Huh? What is it there? Okay, so it actually fits down into the slot. Now it looks great. Can't see it. It's more perforation, more airflow. So zip ties. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, fucking chair with wheels and it won't roll. You know what I'm saying? So, what I've done in my obliviate is I put down the water cooler screw bag before I put all of them in. And now I'm going to have difficulty finding them. That's okay. We're going to finish putting her together because I don't need that to do what we're about to do. Oh, she's so pretty. Put tabs in the front. Snap her into place. Come on. What you do about it? You come on in here, Daddy, ain't doing nothing. Daddy's just finishing up. So, I don't really know. Ooh, inside peel. Ooh, ooh. Exterior peel. On your tab. And there she is. All wrapped up. Ready to boot. That's a $700 bill. Used, new, all mixed together. It will easily take on the, I mean, it's a 1440p unit for sure. The 2070 will hold 1440p with no problem. Run it, play it, I dare you, try it out. You'll be very happy. And I mean, if you want to spend a little more money, you can get the 3060. It's only a couple more percentage points, but in reality, if you're really going to spend money, I would say either buy you a 2070 Ti or a 3060 Ti. One of those in that department. They're going to cost you a couple $100. Okay, they're not going to be free, and they're not going to be the cheapest monetizable unit you will ever find. You know what I mean? So I wish you luck on that aspect. Graphics cards are what they are. Prices do swing. I don't know really how to tell people to prepare for that, other than find a good price and lock it in by purchasing. If you do not, then you suffer the whims of the changing tides. So I tell people, look at what you want to purchase. When you figure out what it is you want to purchase, save for that item. At the time you have enough money to purchase that item, then take what the money you have allotted yourself to the store and shop around. Look at the different deals. Look at the different things being offered. Try to find yourself the maximize for your dollars. You might find somebody with a bit better processor. I've seen some 5700s, 5600 X's are really, really, really cost effective at the moment, and they will operate dynamite for you. Will it be the maximum amount of frames? No. But like we said, with this particular board, you'll be able to expand the AM4 platform for a few years. Now, if you want stability moving forward, you can always build yourself an AM5 unit. However, you are not going to be able to truly build. I mean, if you build an AM5 unit, so motherboard approximately the same price, you spend $200. You spend about $100 for the RAM, but you spend $200 for the processor. And if you're going to go AM5, I mean, you can still piggyback and run your 2070 for a while, you know what I mean? And it'll be just fine for some time in an AM5 unit. You'll just know you can upgrade it. The reason why I'm saying that is because you may not get the most frames in the game, but running a 2070 1440p Ultra will net you 90 frames. So, you know, 1080p it'll net you more than that. So the reality is you can go budget, find the price tag that best suits you, for lack of better terminologies or better understanding, and go with it. And you will see upgrades, you will see benefits to the other devices, yet in reality, that doesn't mean you need them. Okay? Just doesn't mean that you need them. So there it is. There's your final look at the build. And the next thing we'll do over tomorrow, is we'll get it booted up. We'll get Windows installed, Windows 11, and we'll get it chugging along. And we'll start talking about the things you can do with it and not do with it. And we hope you'll come and join us for that. We really do. And we really hope you enjoyed the little, we did a three-hour tour. We just broke it down into 3 parts so that you can keep up and be involved. For sure, these are mine. Are they? Let's see. Ew. There you are. Got our killer Wi-Fi card in. Fast gaming internet. It's only Wi-Fi 6, but you know. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Put them down below. You know what I mean? If you're looking at a tower like this, if you're looking to have one built. If you have any questions, if you have a builder who's telling you X, Y, and Z, and you want to make sure that they're telling you exactly the truth of the matter, that ask me. And we'll see. Just ask me. And we will see. So, here for the finishing touches. Which is the finishing up the water. Finishing up the water. Make sure it's all on lockdown. If you wonder what screwdriver I'm using, you can find it on Jay's 2 Cents as well. It's not his product. It's not my product. It's called The Works. Oh, wait a minute. There it is. That's the only thing I know it as. Jay had it linked on his unit. I've seen him using it forever. So I picked one up. You can set torque levels. There's much you can do with this screwdriver. I really, really like it. And just loosely, because you know you could torque down too far with the screwdriver. You really have to have a touch, and you'll learn it over time. And you'll know. The moment you've done it, the moment you've over torqued or stripped or screwed, just the moment, you'll know it. You know that feeling when you do it every single time. You'll be able to feel it in your hands. You just know. Alright, she's looking beautiful. Ooh, I want to fire her up. But we've got to locate. Oh no, there it is. Windows 11. Right there. I mean, might do Windows 10, but you know, we'll have to see. She's ready to boot right now. She is. I wonder if she'll boot. Think she'll boot? do not know. Ladies and gentlemen, join us tomorrow, and we'll go the rest of the way. I mean, this is not a huge RGB build. I mean, it is, but it's not. Okay. I like this light because I can do that. So you can see inside. I think she's just exquisite looking. She's a nice build. Windows 11. Now the next one is going to be a grandiose build. The next build is the exact opposite. It's eye candy. Boom, 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 boom. High-end eye candy, high-end parts, high-end everything. Okay? That's what the next build is. So this first one is a budget build. This is a realistic build, man. I tell you what, $1,000. You can put yourself a brand new 7600 XTX in there, or you put yourself a brand new. I wouldn't buy 4060. I mean, they're just garbage. And I think you can get a 4070. I don't know. You'd have to check. Like where we sit right now are 650 watts, so you'd have to check. You might have to scale to a 700 with a 4070 Ti. I am not exactly sure, but I mean that's out the box. That's $1,000 as it sits. I mean, really, you have to buy your DDR5 brand new. I mean, there's no point buying it used. So you'll get a kit for, if you get lucky, you'll get a 32 gig kit for about $100. Everything else is the same price, except for a different motherboard. You can use the same water cooler. Okay? So it don't matter. And if you want to stay AM4, you can put a 5800 X3D on this bad boy right here, and slap you a 4090 in it and take off like a scalded dog. So the reality is you build yourself a nice baseline, a wonderfully aesthetically pretty computer. I mean, she's gorgeous. Down there, I don't know. We're going to have to check on that just to make sure, because this power cord's going to irk me here, and whether or not it's going to rub. But as you can see, we did away with all the layered cable sticking out behind that you can see, all of our cable management. I would like. I mean, do we need that many? The only thing I don't like is this pump cable right here, but it is braided. It's not hideous. I don't really like it that much. Mostly the cables are pretty well diffused, except for the pump head itself. You know what I mean? It's plugged down on the motherboard, so we'll see. Actually, may blow up the moment I turn it on. So, you know what I mean? Technically, I could do that right now. I could shift things around, and I could get her booted up. But I think we may hold off on that. We may. So, I duly appreciate everybody coming by. I'm going to act like I don't. I'm not going to boot it. If I do boot it, it'll be... I will do it again in the morning. But she's all done. And she's quite pretty. She's all cleaned up. Ready for her dancing shoes. She's ready to go to town. We're going to get that RGB turned on for you. We're going to put that Windows 11 right on there for that. And this is going to be our emulator unit. It's going to emulate PlayStation, Nintendo, Super Nintendo. It's going to run every emulation console on the market, and because it'll all accept now various controllers, PS1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. We'll get it all modded up. This will be a unit that will sit in the living room, and you'll be able to play PC games. You'll be able to play console games. You'll be able to, everyone in the house will then also get the server activity going on. And we'll start showing you how to run a true NOS and whatnot in the background. Okay, and that will get you all taken care of. And ladies and gentlemen, I know you don't want to watch me clean up, but that is the process. You were here for many, many pieces of it. Some things I did off camera, some things I did the finishing touches up on camera. The next build, we will actually be building a very high-end unit, well, what I call high-end unit, and we're going to be going with the 7800 X3D. For our main unit. And we're going to go, like I said, Asia horse fans. It's all the bells and whistles, infinity fans, the whole 9 yards. We'll really be rolling out the old gooseneck wrap actually. So until then, and until tomorrow, let's get this all wrapped up. We'll get it put away. Maybe I'll log in for some games. Maybe I'll go to sleep. But I built a computer today. I'm glad that you all joined me. And we'll boot her up. We'll get her all finished out. And then we'll build the next one. And we'll show the contrast in the, I don't really care. I mean, I do care, but I don't really care. I mean, I found a really great deal on a lot of things. But at the same time, it wasn't the actual goal that I was trying to get cheap. I'm trying to do anything budget. I was buying what I thought was the best component for the best price. I said, that's a different story. You may find that there are some brands and components that are just cheaper than others. You'll see me purchase them. And I could buy far more expensive components that I don't because they aren't any better. You understand? They aren't any, I mean, they just aren't any better. It's not like the thermals are better, the numbers aren't better, nothing's better. Nothing about it is better. So that's the reason why I just don't do it. And how you will learn things like that is by actually listening to real techs and real gamers. Because you know what? I bought all the dumb shit. And I put the dumb shit together, and the dumb shit didn't do anything. You know what I mean? It didn't do anything different than the freaking cheap. So that's the reality. Ask questions. Don't get taken. You know, pay attention to what parts and things you're buying. Right there. That's the rebuild motherboard of the year. It will hold the 2000, 3000s, and 4000s AM4 platform. All of the AM4s. All the way back to, I would say, the latest I would go. Really, if you want a game, like I said, the 2700 AMD Ryzen 7 2700, I think it is. The AMD Ryzen 7 2700X. That would be about as far back as I would go, because you're going to really be restricted on your PCI 3. It's just, it's how it is. You're going to start things going forward. There's going to be problems, okay, with making it work. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Give me a little thumbs up, like, share, send it around. That's our build. Thanks for coming out.